Welcome to today's Explainer. We are about to embark on just an absolutely awe-inspiring journey together. We're going to take ancient Hindu cosmology, which is this framework usually used to describe the vast macrocosm of deep space, and we are zooming all the way in, literally down into the microscopic inner workings of the human body. We're diving into this profound idea from ancient texts that the universe outside and the biology inside you are actually exact reflections of the very same cosmic principles. It's kind of like the ultimate cosmic mirror.
Okay, let's just dive right into this. There's this deeply profound statement found in ancient cosmology that really perfectly sets the stage for our whole exploration today. It says, "The Vasus built the house, and the Rudras live in it." Now, at first glance, I know that sounds like pure mythology, right? Just a poetic story about ancient gods. But what does it actually mean for us? Well, it means that our biology, our actual physical reality, is quite literally a living, breathing house.
Act 1. Building the cosmic house.
So, to understand who exactly lives in this house, we first have to understand the foundational architecture of reality itself. We have to look at the vastness of the universe and see how the stage for human existence was actually constructed. And the ancient texts point to 8 foundational forces. They call them the Vasus. It's earth, water, fire, air, space, the sun, the moon, and the stars. And the thing is, these aren't just abstract philosophical ideas. They are the literal physical building blocks of the material universe. They're the great architects that built everything you can touch, see, or measure. They built the physical stage of reality, and, absolutely crucial for our journey today, they built the physical framework of the human body. So the really important takeaway here is understanding the difference between the physical structure and the life inside of it. The 8 Vasus, they're the architects. They provide the physical matter, the elements, the flesh, the bone, the shell. But, a house is just an empty shell until someone actually moves in, right? And that is exactly where the 11 Rudras come in. The Rudras are the life force, the animating tenants, so to speak. They are these vital, luminous, cosmic energies that actually live inside this physical stage and make it fully, wonderfully alive. Act 2. The 5 major pranas. All right, we've seen the outside of the house, so let's go ahead and step through the front door. Imagine doing a cinematic zoom straight into the human body, seeing it as this glowing, transparent temple. This brilliantly illustrates how ancient spirituality anchors directly into hard biology. We actually have 5 primary energies, or pranas, operating in very specific zones right inside of you. First up is prana, located in the chest, and it governs the rhythm of your breathing right now. Just a bit lower in the abdomen is apana, which is this purifying fire responsible for cleansing the body of waste. Then we have Vyana, and this one moves through your blood vessels, governing circulation and delivering energy to literally every corner of your body. Down in your stomach burns Samana, your digestive fire, turning your food into life-giving power. And finally, up in the throat and head is Udana, which is this upward current of expression. You actually experience it as your voice and your conscious thought. 10. I really want you to hold on to this number for a second. Because beyond those 5 major energies we just looked at, there are 5 more, making a total of 10 highly specialized, incredibly efficient servant energies. And together, these 10 forces are flawlessly executing their biological duties day and night, keeping the kingdom of your body running. Act 3. 5 subtle protective energies. Okay, so we've seen the major operators, but what about the background security system? Let's take a look at your automated reflexes, but in a completely new, kind of sacred light. Here we have the 5 minor energies, and they act as subtle protectors for your physical temple. Naga manages the upper gastrointestinal tract through involuntary releases. So yeah, your casual hiccups and burps, those are actually ancient cosmic defenses at work. No way, right? Then there's Kurma, which resides in your eyes, acting as the guardian of your vision through the constant protective reflex of blinking. Krikala sits in the throat and stomach, making sure you stay nourished by triggering sharp feelings of hunger and thirst. Devadatta is up in the brain, signaling your body to rest with a sudden yawn. And finally, Dhananjaya. This is the energy that permeates the entire body, and it actually remains even after life ends to manage the body's final decomposition. So these aren't just random bodily quirks, they're literal acts of divine preservation. Act 4. King of the House. So, we've met the 10 incredibly powerful energies that breathe, digest, circulate, and protect. They manage the whole estate. But who do they answer to? Like, who actually rules this cosmic house? Because despite the immense, unending power of these 10 biological forces, they are, in reality, just attendants.
They're the managers taking care of the property, sure, but they are not the owner. All 10 of these magnificent servant energies actually bow in complete reverence to one silent monarch, the 11th Rudra. Now, what's really interesting here is that this 11th Rudra is the Jivatma. It is the radiant inner self, that silent, observing consciousness sitting peacefully right at the absolute center of your bodily temple. Think about it for a second. The breathing, the digesting, the blinking, none of it has any true purpose without a conscious observer there to experience it, right? The Jivatma is the glowing soul that gives all of these biological functions their ultimate meaning. It's the whole reason the house was built in the first place, serving as this profound connection between your individual self and the vast cosmos. Act 5. Meaning of Rudra and Departure. As beautifully orchestrated as this human temple is, it is ultimately bound by the laws of time and mortality. So what happens when the tenant's lease is up? Well, to understand this, we have to look at the name itself. In the Vedic tradition, the word Rudra translates literally to he who roars or he who cries loudly. And this isn't just a fun linguistic fact. It points directly to a profound, deeply emotional biological truth about our human experience. The ancient texts explain it with just this heartbreaking simplicity. When they go, we cry. That is why they are called Rudras. The absolute biological finality of death is simply the moment when those 10 working energies, along with the Jivatma, the king, pack up and depart the cosmic house forever. The physical structure, the one built by the Vasus, it remains, but the animating life forces leave. And when they do, it inevitably causes those of us who are left behind to weep. But, this departure brings us face to face with an incredible cosmic mystery. The inner temple shuts down, the individual life forces leave. But outside, the vast macrocosm keeps right on turning. The planets still orbit, the seasons still change. If the Rudras control the life within, who controls that unrelenting, ever-moving cycle of time that just marches on without us? And that leaves us with a final, really provocative question. As the wheel of cosmic time keeps turning, are the 12 Adityas the true rulers of this eternal clockwork? Who is the ultimate sovereign of the time that ticks away long after the Rudras have left the human temple? Now, that profound mystery is something that will surely spark our curiosity for our next deep dive into cosmic biology. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer today, and remember to always keep questioning the universe within you.